Just before we jump into this next interview, I do want to give a warning. There is some explicit language that we have decided to include because of the context, and also some mentions of DV.
Damn well, does a mother know when her feelings are right? Wish I could have held her. Fuck, did I try? And child safety held me back. They created these fucking lies. Now my daughter will know what it was like when I was 9. Yeah. And fuck all these years that wash away, disappear. My biggest fear, too real. It became all too clear. Now I'm paying the price and fixing this crisis. I won't mistake.
All right, and that there was Child Safety Cunts by YLS, who we have on the big green couch here today. How are we doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you guys? How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm taken back by what we just listened to.
Yeah, it's
feeling a little emotional.
It's a bit powerful.
That was unlike, and I'm genuine, unlike anything we've really had on before.
Oh, well,
in its message entirely.
In a great way.
I appreciate that. That warms my soul a lot. I wrote a lot of stories as a kid, and that comes from the heart. So
There you go.
Yeah.
You mentioned, and we talked about it quite a bit during the before the cameras and the mics were rolling, but
We basically did the interview already.
we're almost
Yeah, pretty much.
so we've really practiced for this. But please tell us about yourself. Tell us about music.
Yeah.
Who are you, and what can we expect from what we're about to listen to?
So my name, YLS, as you heard. I'm a 23-year-old Brisbane mother who just likes creating music for therapy, really. It's a way to bring people together and be close. And I really want to try and change this industry. This industry is filled with a lot of bad people. I've been susceptible to some, and yeah, it's why we have the record label to try and push it out that independency is key. 100% is key. You don't need any more or any less.
So I'd like to dive into the meaning behind Child Safety Cunts. What's the story there? Because there is a lot there, I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So long story short, I should say, my daughter, with my previous ex, she was taken from me at 6 weeks old by Child Safety to do with some DV stuff with my mum and him. And that created a lot of turmoil, about 4 years of myself going to visits on my own and experiencing the COVID as well, going from 3 visits a week when she first went in down to 1 visit, which was only 2 hours, and she was a newborn, so that was quite hard to do. And then just the trauma of the relationship between her and I, child safety, and her father. So it's a big topic to talk about, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we do appreciate you willing to
Thank
talk
you.
about that stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very important to you, as we can see it in your music, but you know,
it's hard to talk about because like every time I do talk about it, it gets way easier, I will say. And that's something that therapy taught when I was younger. You know, behavioral cognitive therapy, to get through and just know that, yes, you went through it, but you're still here and you're able to tell your side now. So it's an important message.
Did writing that song really help you along with that journey, do you think? Or does it more encapsulate just another part of your life?
I actually wrote that 2 years ago. That was well after she was out of the worst of it, really. But I suffer from PTSD, so I go through a lot of memories a lot. So it was a good way to write it down and have it in a stance to listen to every time when I keep thinking about it. It gets me out of it, you know, instead of in my head all the time. So yeah, it's important. It's so important. Sometimes I can't find the words to say. I just hope people can read my language and listen to my music and go, wow, we're not the only ones. So
yeah, you mentioned before that you've had people approach you and say that you communicated emotions that they didn't know how to voice correctly, and that song really helped them along with their own situations and circumstances. Was the intent was to help while also communicating your story, but also help others through theirs.
Yeah, very important. I didn't have anyone growing up. I had friends, but they never stayed as per se. And granted, I did move around a lot, so it's a give or take situation. But I had to pick myself up a lot. So I know what it's like to have no one there. And music was a big help in my DV relationship and in the journey with her. Just in my whole life in general. I still do music to this day, and I'm still finding little correlations of memories and things from when I was a kid. And I'm like, wow, I do know this song, or wow, this came from this. Oh my God, and that's where I know this. So it's a very cool aspect of the journey, in my opinion too.
So when you say music sort of got you through those difficult times, is that listening to music, making music, both?
It was listening to music. My journey in music making didn't start until 2023.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've only been doing this for a very short time, but I've seen a lot of rewards from it. People, collaborations, different bass lines, finding out new information. It's a forever evolving journey. It's awesome.
So what was some of the key artists that you get your inspiration from, or, would listen to in those hard times?
Oh, okay. So I was a big NF fan growing up. Street University in the Gold Coast before they moved more towards the TAFE. They were in the industrial part near the cemetery. I used to go there all the time and practice on the microphone and all the sort of that. So NF was a big one for me throughout my whole career and journey. Who else? Flume.
Oh, interesting.
Flume, yes. Flume in the way his sound design is. Just
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I see that.
I can see that.
100%.
Yeah, he has something to just some way of cracking people's brains. It's so whack. I don't understand it, but I'm trying to. I want to make it like that. So, yeah. Definitely Flume and NF were my top two that I'd always go back to.
Yeah,
Sure.
nice.
Moving into the music production side of things.
Yes.
So the second song we're going to play for you, and for the listeners as well, is What If You Fly? Very different.
Very.
So what has the development process been like in the last 3 years then? Did you start with the intention of making that type of music, or did you want to follow on from previous?
Yeah, look, hard to say because I've always loved that music. Get it from my mum. She is a dance freak, club freak, loves it to death. And then my dad's a Aussie rock, like mad into his Aussie rock. We loved Emil and the Sniffers a lot too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out, big fan.
Shout out to them. Oh, love her. She's awesome. But I would just have to say that rap was where I wanted to be storytelling and always keep that journey going. Then as I got more advanced into the programs and into the DAW, I was like, oh, I have a knack for this. I can hear it, and now I can figure out how to put it in. So I'm just going to switch my genres and be diverse.
Yeah,
Like,
try
tailor yourself.
try stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's cool to have a niche and all, but I haven't fit into a niche. I've made my own, so
Yeah.
that's I'm gonna live it.
And the
know?
people who will enjoy it will come and they'll stay, and you'll find an audience
Yeah.
that will be there for you.
Definitely, it will come one day, and even then, the people who have stuck around from the start, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
That's so special. And yeah, how you said you made your own niche. Did you find being like a mother is sort of part of that? Because I know in the industry there's a lot of stigma. I don't know if you're super familiar with like Lily Allen and Halsey, and they've had their
Halsey was one that I grew up listening to a lot. When I come out with my singing stuff, you'll probably hear a lot of Halsey and Melanie Martinez correlation to that in the vocal runs. I love her vocal runs. I love them both.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the question
Yeah,
again?
no, I sort of trailed off.
Yeah.
Because, I mentioned Liliana and Halsey because they've done a lot of talking about like advocacy for mothers who are musicians and how there is that sort of stigma in the industry that's thankfully breaking down now.
Yeah.
How have you found all of that?
People look at me very surprised when I say that I'm a mum. They're like, wow, I didn't know that. You look so young, or you seem more mature, or something like this. And I'm like, oh, well, mothers can be of all different sorts, of all different sizes and colours and ages. And, you know, you never really know at that point. So I have found it a bit difficult, you know, especially with gigs as well. They hear mother and they go, oh, we don't want you as a DJ, you know, you're not going to, like, be, you know, there for the gig. You've got a kid. And it's like, well, if you know my situation, you wouldn't be able to.
And also, you're not going to sign up for something that you're not able to do.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
maybe I'll decide what I can do.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, I was like, I put myself here, man. Give me that. Like, type shit. So, yeah, that's how I am.
Type shit.
Yeah, type shit.
I love saying that.
It's such a good little word.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So where do you plan on heading with your music? Because obviously you like are getting into producing and everything. So is that where you're going to go? You're going to do more production?
Yeah, I'm leaning to do a lot more production. I'm doing a lot more events as well. So I'm organising my own events for people of the label. We've got 7 signed to us at the moment. Hopefully have an 8th one next week.
Incredible.
So,
congratulations.
yeah, thank you. It's actually interesting because we haven't even been open for a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's like 7 months, 8 months.
That is huge.
September last year.
People just need that extra little kick to get off the ground.
They
that
do.
People aren't, like, it's hard to find that foot in the door.
Mm-hmm. And support really helps a lot. I know that a lot of the boys have flourished now. And B3LX, one of the other females on the label too, she has flourished a lot. I make all of her music as well. She's cool. I like her style. It's like trap, but alternative in a LGBTQ type of way. She's talking a lot about issues that she grew up with, being gay and going through a lot of personal issues with that. So yeah, it's a really important message she's trying to show out too as well, that I'm happy to be here for. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's really awesome to support.
yeah, it is. Just love for everyone, you know, love of all people. We're all human. We all bleed the same.
Yeah.
That's the point. So
Love it.
Yeah.
So I think we're just about reaching the end.
yeah.
So where can our listeners find you?
Spotify is a big one. If you want my music before Spotify, SoundCloud. I release all my stuff on SoundCloud a lot.
Awesome.
And then, live shows for Unreleased.
Cool.
I'm doing a lot very frequently this year.
Have you got anything coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually training for Rappers vs. Rappers Fight Night with Forte at large. I'm not
sounds really
fighting
cool.
him. Oh, my God. I'll die.
Chuck you in a ring, boxing. Yep.
Yeah. So that's May 16th. May 22nd will be the next show for Succubus Records. And then May 9th, we've got Pressure Season with Homebrew Oz and On My Block.
A whole lot of stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
Wow.
whole lot of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we can find all that info on your Instagram?
yeah, Instagram is the best place to keep up to date with everything.
And what's your username?
YLS.666.
Awesome.
Don't be confused with the Saint Laurent type stuff, honestly. So many people confuse me. It's funny.
Awesome.
Funny.
Well, now that's all we have time for. We're going to play you out with What If You Fly. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been awesome.